broken. I was thinking you want to introduce yourself. Very confidential, so you know it's put a label on yourself, you know, like I could go I could say I'm a covered alcoholic, or I could say I'm a peer advocate, or I could say a lot of things. I could call a lot of things, and some of them I won't repeat, you know. But I'm working at the minute as a peer advocate, and I'm working in addictions. I'm working in Ward 15 and in mental health. And I wanted to get involved with the Recovery College and this group, this mental health recovery group in particular, to try and promote the link, you know, between mental health and addictions, because it's a huge thing. I always say my drinking was only a symptom of my thinking, you know. I was just thinking there. I'll tell you a story. I was in Ward 15 yesterday, and I was talking about a fellow in detox, you know, and he's only in. And just for me to turn around to him and say, you know, I was in here. And he says, what? Oh, you were here? God, he says, look at you now, look at you doing now. And then I was talking to another fella, and he's getting out this week. And he's sort of thinking, his life's over, you know, because what am I going to do now? I can't drink. I said, are you joking? You have such freedom now, you don't have to worry about where's the next drink coming from, and you know, you do anything you want. I said, well, what do you do? I said, well, I'll tell you what I'm doing tomorrow. I'm putting on a photography exhibition and I'm reciting bloody poetry. He said, what? You're mad. So here I am. I always find myself doing things that I never imagined I'd be doing, you know, and this is one of them. But the photography that was my passion. I started photography when I was about 10, darkroom when I was 12. And some of these photographs are older, you know, some of them are maybe 15 years old or something, but there was a point when alcohol took over and it became more important, and it stopped. So I always say to people now in recovery, get back to your passion, get back to what your skills are and what drives you, you know, whatever it is. And so I went back to photography, and I ended up, you know, since I came out of Ward 15 '97, and I went and did my diploma in counselling, and then I went and did a diploma in photography, and I've just, you know, I've done things that I never thought I would do, because I probably would never done a diploma in counselling if I hadn't ended up being in as a patient. You know, I always thought recovery is going back to, well, one definition is to go back to a former state, you know, a way of well-being and a normal way of life, and it's more than that. It's going back to where you left off and then progressing on. And the Recovery College is an opportunity for me to, you know, progress and to keep moving forward. And these poems, I don't know, I got these off the internet. I wrote these. One of them I tried to write in Ward 15, and I couldn't hold a pen when I was in Ward 15. I was in a wheelchair. In fact, the manager of the ward said to me the other week, he said, "Oh, there's been some turnaround." He said, "Were you around here in a wheelchair?" And people thought I'd been in a car accident. You know, it was just drink. And he says, "Look at you now." He said, "Now you remember the team. You know, remember the staff here, you know, coming in." He said, "Some turnaround, that." But I'm not going to go through them all, but I'm just going to read. I had a wee book in it years ago, and I've no books left. So, and they're not all here, but there's the ones I find on the computer. And I'm just going to, this is sort of like an introduction one. So this is just welcome to my head. Hello, it's great to see you. It's so nice of you to call. It's so good of you to think of me. It's been so long I can't recall. Come inside, you're more than welcome, more than you'll ever know. Come inside, I have nothing to hide. In fact, it's all here on show. I don't know what you think or what you expect to find. You might be impressed or depressed. Your expectations were in my mind. It's just the way I like it now, and I hope you like it too. But if you don't, well, that's all right. See, it's built for me, not for you. Remember, my door's always open anytime you care to look. Now my home's an open house and my life's in a one book. And this one I've had enough. A lot of people read this and then get surprised at the end, because this is what alcohol meant. And this is the one I tried to write more clean, really. I didn't sit down and try and write it. These actually, they were just in my head. They were already there, and I just tried to put them on paper. That's it, to get rid of them, really. I was just like, just to get them out. Back then, I've had enough. Back then, I couldn't see it. No, I didn't believe it was true. I just couldn't imagine a life without you. And I don't go to places that we used to go, because I only see those faces that we used to know. All they do is ask why you're not there. They don't seem to understand we're no longer there. I was a time bomb, and you lit the fuse. You left me burnt out and shattered, only life left to lose. You took all you could take, till I couldn't take any more. But now I see a life without you at the core. And my life's not over yet. I still have something to give. So just stay out of my way. I'm only starting to live. I had so much of you that I was sick to death of you. And now my old pal alcohol, I've had just about enough of you. That's, I suppose, a critical point, and admitting that's the turning point, really. Once one door closes, another opens, and that I feel a bit sorry for myself that I couldn't drink really, but something happened, a sort of a bit of awakening. I was sitting on the sand. I was looking out to sea. I was searching for an answer, but all I found was me. I watched the glorious sunset, its colours lighting up the bay, as the sun said farewell to another perfect day. But all I saw was burning red, like the anger and the pain. Another day is dead and gone, and my life is much the same. But as the sun was sinking to the cool blue, something in me started changing with every change in hue. And suddenly it dawned on me, if you'll excuse the pun, maybe just that part of life is over and a new part has begun. You see, what if I was over there, on the other side, sitting on the sand right now and staring at the tide? The waves are surely breaking, the sun is surely rising, a new day is dawning, and an ending is beginning. And as the last ray of light danced across the swell, I felt an ease within me, and I knew it all as well. And that's what I'm going to say.
Thanks very much, Kieran. I really enjoyed your poetry. Just like to say a word of thanks to the College of Recovery, the Recovery College, for the venue and with the fun with the car parking and the teas and coffee. So everybody just put their hands together for them. And I'd like to thank you all for coming and the support that we've had today. And we're going to finish off today with Mr. Don Bradley, who's the Director of Mental Health.